Do 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 do. No, I'm not a cheerleader. I just want to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Hope everybody had a fantastic holiday. Mines were out of sight. And hey, I'm just here to tell you all about what happened. So, what have I missed out on telling you about? Well, I just got back from being out of town for 2 weeks, and I just want to give you a quick update. So, let's see. What did I talk about when I last spoke to you guys? Oh yeah, we were just about to go on Thanksgiving, no, Christmas break. That's right, Christmas break. Well, let me just rewind all the way back. Uh, let's see. I remember it was just about time for Christmas, and we were getting out of school, and we did the funniest thing I think on Christmas. Right before Christmas break, we did a Christmas party on the last day of school. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to take this off. It's so itchy. I had to get my little Christmas and New Year's colors in just for you guys. So there you have it. I'm done with it. It's over. Okay, so we did a Christmas party, which I'm sure most people do. Did a lot of Christmas parties. We did a Christmas party for my class, and we made gingerbread houses, which was fun. And I didn't realize how messy it was. You know, I have never done a gingerbread house. So that was my new thing that I did since I last talked to you. I made a gingerbread house, or at least I helped some of my students make gingerbread houses. Very creative houses. You should have seen them. I mean, everything from um, I don't know, all kinds of things they had on the gingerbread houses, but they turned out fun. We had a good time, but then of course when it was time to go, they threw them all in the trash. I was like, ah. So it was kind of a waste, but then I realized it's just all about having fun. It's not necessarily about eating the gingerbread, you know. But we had a lot of fun, and we played Christmas music, and just kind of got everybody in the spirit right before we left for the holidays. And then I was exhausted, but it was a good day. And then I think that weekend we just kind of got our house ready for the Christmas holiday. We're those kind of folks who wait till the last minute, because I've always been, with me teaching my whole life, I pretty much didn't have time to set up for Christmas except right when school got out. And so school got out, and I was just thinking about, we didn't have a Christmas tree, and we were debating, because since we live in a condo, know whether or not to have a Christmas tree. And the most amazing thing happened to Sarah. I can't believe this thing, my thriftiness just, has just moved over on her. It just, she's like thrifty, nifty, thrifty like me. And she was just out, one day going to get ready to go get in the car. And in our complex, we have a giant, the trash can. You know us in dumpster diving, right? If you watch this vlog, we dumpster dive. So she was like walking right by the big dumpster, and right there was this big, huge box, and it said Christmas tree. And she was like, no way. So she opens it up, and sure enough, it is a Christmas tree in there. Not a huge one, probably like maybe a 5 foot, maybe 5.5 foot Christmas tree. And she was just like, I'm taking this. I'm taking this. Because we were just about to go buy a Christmas tree. We had went and looked for some, and we couldn't find the one we wanted. Well, actually, we didn't find one that we wanted to spend the money on. And so she put it in the car, drove it around, and then brought it in the house and surprised me. When I got home that evening, she had halfway put it up, but she couldn't figure it out, because it was like, I mean, the most, how these new trees are. It's old new. It already had the pre-lit lights on it, and it was just 3 sections, and it was kind of like an umbrella. You just like boop or something like that. You take it apart and you just put 3 parts to it. No, the old-fashioned cotton, we were like, where's G, where's C, where's A? Have you guys ever had those old Christmas trees? I mean, we had this Christmas tree for 10 years. Before you could even put the Christmas tree up, you had to literally put from A all the way to J the different branches into sections, and then you had to pull them all out, and then you had to stick them in the thing, and it was just like really crazy. I mean, it took a long time, and about time. I mean, it was a project in itself, just putting the Christmas tree up. So we had 2 years where after we got rid of that Christmas tree, that we didn't have a tree, because we were like, we just don't want to go through that again. I mean, we loved it once it was put up, but while we were putting it up, we were like, oh my God, and dust and ugh. Anyway, I'm off the subject. I mean, I strayed away. But anyway, So when she took it out of the box, it was like the most amazing thing, you guys. Literally, she took it out of the box and there was three pieces. We were like, what? She was like, well, I didn't see it because she was surprising. And so she put the first and the second section together, but she didn't get the third section together. And so finally, when I got in the car, she came to pick me up from school. She was like, Mom, I have a surprise for you, but I couldn't get it together. And I was like, what is it? And she was like, oh, I found a Christmas tree. And I was like, what? A Christmas tree? So we got home, we were looking through it, and then she realized that she had, it was turned upside down. So, yeah. So I just turned it right side up because, if you don't look at it, because the branches were kind of weird, I don't know, I can't describe it. But anyway, we turned it right side up, and then she was able to finish putting the Christmas tree together. You guys, 10 minutes flat, she put the Christmas tree together. We fluffed out the branches, and then she turned the Christmas lights on because they're plugged onto it, and sure enough, it was a beautiful Christmas tree. Now, I'm convinced the person threw it away because there was one little row, like around the belly part, that the lights didn't work, but the rest of the tree worked perfectly. I mean, the lights at the top and the lights at the bottom worked, and we were like, what? So we went right to Fry's and spent, you hear me, 70% off. We got, or 75% off. We got some Christmas lights, $2.50, you guys. Wrap those suckers around that tree, and it is beautiful. Do you understand? It turned out absolutely beautiful. Then we got out all of our ornaments that we had previously, because I didn't get rid of those. And then we put those on, and there you have it. We had an absolutely fantastic Christmas tree, and I'm telling you, that was $50 that I saved. And you know me, I'm into savings, so that I can use that money for something else. So that was the most exciting thing. That was almost like a Christmas present in itself to me. And so we did that. And then we ended up, we just went to church as usual. And then Christmas Eve, we have this standing tradition. You know me, I'm a family person. I love my sisters. I love my brother. And we love hanging out. And so because I fly out on Christmas Day to go visit my grandkids, we usually have a Christmas Eve party. Not a dinner, because, like a party. And so I'm saying, I'm just like, I throw out all the stops. I'm like, hey, let's just have a good time. And so I invited everybody over. But this year, since I was going to go, my flight left early in the morning on Christmas morning, I decided to have the party at my sister's house. I hosted the party, but it was at my sister's house, Lakina, the one that you guys met previously. And oh my gosh, the day of, my daughter's like, hey Mom, let's do a pajama party for Christmas Eve. And I was like, a pajama party? And so sure enough, we text everybody and we're like, hey, let's do a PJ party. Well, what I didn't realize was my sister, she's so wonderful. She bought each of us new pajamas for Christmas. I'm a pajama person, you guys. I get home, I'm exhausted. I get home from the end of the day, I'm stripping my clothes off, putting my PJs on, put my favorite warm robe, my Snuggie socks on, and there you have it. I mean, I don't even care if it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I am in my Snuggies, I'm in my PJs, and I'm just chilling, relaxing for the rest of the day. And I mean, hey, call me old, whatever you want. I just love it, and I'm just like enjoying the rest of the evening. And so everybody, we went over to my sister's house and we just had a fabulous time. And what was so cool is I do the same thing every year. So I order Domino's pizza. I don't know if you guys like Domino's, but I love Domino's when I'm going to have a lot of people over, because right now they're running a special, two large, 3 topping for $7.99, and then they have the 2 topping for medium pizza for $5.99. So no, this isn't a plug out for Domino's. This is a plug for you if you want to eat pizza, or you get tired of eating Little Caesars. I get tired of Little Caesars. So that's just something different to happen. So we had that, and it was I ordered that for the family, and so we always have pizza, soda, chips, things like that. And then I always bring a craft. And so you guys, my best kept secret, my family doesn't know it, but I always go to Hobby Lobby. No, I don't go to Hobby Lobby. I'm sorry, Hobby Lobby. I go to Michael's. And every Christmas Eve, Michael's has all of their Christmas crafts, like crafts about this big that you make. You guys, literally, they're 70% off. That's my price, 70% off. And so usually they can be like $7.99, $8.99, $5.99 usually, and they're 70% off. So I'm paying like $1 or less than $1 for these crafts. And so I get a craft for each of persons in my family. And so I take it to the party. And so at the party, we come in, we have pizza, we're eating the pizza and all that stuff. And then afterwards we make the crafts, and it's really cool. So just as a family, we're just laughing and talking. Some Christmas movie is playing in the background, and we're making the crafts. And then afterwards, we usually watch a Christmas movie. Or either if, like I said, it's always playing in the background. Some people are watching the movie, some people are playing crafts, and then we play usually, some game like Uno. I think this year I got my nephew Uno Flip. Have you guys played that game yet? I'm not. I've heard rave reviews. All my family loves it. Some of my friends at church, they love it, and so I got that for them, and we played that too. And well, I didn't play. I was busy doing the craft. And then afterwards, we have, we make cookies. And when I say make cookies, you guys, be not mistaken. I'm not talking about making cookies like, like the flour, the dough, and all that stuff. No, I'm talking about, just like, you go the Nestle Toll House cookies. You open it up. You boop boop boop, put one on the, on the pan, and then throw it in the oven for like 5 or 6 minutes, and then we drink cocoa or something like that. So it's just like so much fun. And then at 12 o'clock, we when Christmas time, we say Christmas prayer, and then hey, the party's over. So we had an absolute fantastic time, and you can't. There's nothing better, you guys. There's nothing better than hanging out with family, and it's a really peaceful time. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what your family situation is, but I just think it's important for family. I know a lot of times we feel like, and you guys hear me say this all the time, that people think that you gotta have fun, you gotta spend a lot of money, but it's not the truth. You can have a wonderful time and not spend very much money. So I think for that whole night, I probably spent like $50 at the most for that whole night. We probably had about 12 people there. So it was fantastic, you guys. Then after that, the next day I got up, it was Christmas morning, and we had it was like a quick morning. Sarah and I, we came downstairs and we opened up her presents, and I opened up a couple of my presents. And I forgot to tell you, we do open presents. We don't exchange names. We just, we mostly buy for the younger kids, probably 18 and younger. We buy them presents, and then like my sister decided to get everyone PJs. But other than that, we just among the little kids, we pass out a present for each of them. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying. So we got up Christmas morning, and we had got a thing. My daughter bought me she knows I love dishes. So she bought me a beautiful, I should get up and show it to you. I will, hold on for a second. A beautiful, she bought me this, you guys, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? She brought me these beautiful dishes, which I absolutely love, because I love dishes. Also, my brother got me this, you guys. Look at this. This is awesome. It says, be kind one to another, right? Ephesians 4:32. I have it hanging up in my bedroom to remind me, you got to be nice to people. And my daughter also got me, hey, somebody has a best friend now. Right back there, best friends. Yep. I'm into collecting little stuffed animals that kind of remind me of my grandkids. And I got that, and then also I got what else did I get? I can't remember. I wrote it down. Hold on, you guys. Be patient with me. Long video. It's like a double video, right? Because I missed a video. Let's see. I got it. I got the dishes. I got the wall. Oh, my brother brought me a beautiful wall clock, which is really nice for my bedroom, which it just fits really beautiful with my. And then of course I told you I got my some new PJs from my sister, so that was really nice. So I must say that I had a wonderful Christmas, and then we hurried up and I had everything packed up, and then my daughter raced me to the airport because I had to get on my flight to go to Oklahoma again to see my grandbabies, which yay, that was so exciting. I got to the airport, and strangely enough, it was jam-packed full of people. You know what? I've been taking the airplane Southwest for probably the last 6 years, you guys, but this time it was really, really packed. I don't know if it was a good sale day or what was going on, because I go on Christmas because it is a sale day. Why pay full price when you can, like, people get on the flight, they pay $400, $500, $600, and I paid what, about $150 for my ticket or something like that. So I get there, and I'm waiting and waiting, and there's, and you guys, I decided, I went in, I was walking around, waiting for my flight to get ready to come in, and I decided for my own Christmas present to, guess what? I bought me a book. Yes, I bought me a book. It says How to Listen So People Will Talk. So it says build stronger communications and deeper connections. So I got this book as a Christmas present to myself, because what did I tell you guys? I ask you all the time the same question. I said, what did you do this week to make a better you? So my goal this week was, I said I was going to do my best, that if I was on a plane, I was going to read this book. And I was really excited about it. I was like, I'm not going to watch a movie, because you know how I feel about movies. I love movies, but sometimes you can overboard on movies. And again, what do they say? When you're sitting there watching somebody else fulfill their dream, then of course you're not fulfilling your own. And so I got the book, just as a New Year's thing for myself, or a birthday present for myself. And so when I got on the plane, the interesting thing happened. I sat by a little old guy, and guess what he did? He did exactly what this book says. He talked to me the entire time, you guys. I kept doing like this with my book. I opened up my book. I was reading, and I was like, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. And then finally I realized, are you kidding me, Charlotte? You are literally not doing what this book says. So I closed the book, you guys. I was going to be kind to him, because obviously he wanted to talk. I put my little page holder in there, and I just sat down. And you know what I realized? I said, you know what? This guy wants to talk. I don't know who he is. I don't know what his life's about. I don't know if he doesn't get to have anybody to talk to or not, but I'm going to stop. I can read this book anytime. And I sat there, and I must say, for the next hour and a half, I laughed. I learned some cool things. He was from Jordan. And he just talked about his life in Jordan and how he came to America. And we just had a wonderful time. And you guys, I would have missed out on that if I was so consumed with my new book, or so like, I don't know him, why is he talking to me? But I just spent that time with him, and it was very rewarding. And who knows one day what might come of that. Okay, so I went to Oklahoma, and I was there for 2 weeks, and I got to visit with my, like I said, with my grandkids, and it was absolutely fantastic, you guys. Just hanging out. We didn't really go anywhere. I think we went to the Science Center for kids one day, but other than that, the whole 11 days I was there, I went nowhere, you guys. Absolutely nowhere. I just hung out in my PJs, running around the house with my grandkids, and just, just eating and just relaxing, and just had a fantastic time. And so I thank God for my family. I thank God for my grandkids and my daughter, and just being able to have that opportunity. I will not take it for granted. I don't take it for granted. And I thank God for that time. Let's see what else happened. Interesting thing though. On my way back, I always talk about being kind. On my way back, coming back from Oklahoma yesterday, the strangest thing happened. I got there. It was so jam-packed full of people again. I don't know if it's because it was Sunday night, or it was just because it was the end of the holiday. And I stood beside this lady, and I got on the plane, and I was sitting beside her, and this little elderly lady, this lady did not speak to me. I mean, I was like really nice. I smiled, and she just kind of looked at me, and I was like, okay, whatever. You got to be nice no matter what. Whether people, respond in a way that you expect them to respond or not, you still have to be nice. And then there was I sat beside two elderly ladies, and then there was another lady who sat on the other side of me. So I was in between two little elderly ladies, like, but then I had to just relax and like, hey, whatever. And the one lady who sat on my right side, she just kept looking out the window. She just like looked at me, every once in a while, but she really didn't talk to me. I didn't know if she didn't know English or what. And then when the flight was like almost over, my ears were really popping. You guys, have you ever been on an airplane and you're coming down, your ears are popping, and I don't know what's going on, but my ears are popping really bad. And so I got some gum out, and I was putting the gum in my mouth, and I just thought, you know what? I need to offer this lady. Don't you hate it when somebody's eating something and they have a whole bunch? Or is it just me that somebody's eating something, like ask me if I want some. Like, come on, you guys, ask them if they want some. And so Treat people the way you want to be treated. I say that all the time. And so that's what I did. The lady next to me, I was like, hey, you want some gum? And she just kind of looked at me like, I said, you want some gum? My ears are popping. Is your ear popping? And then she was like, yeah, yeah. And so she took some and she started smiling at me and then she started talking to me. Bam. That's what it was. Act of kindness brought about a conversation. So we talked just for a few minutes and then, she got quiet. The other lady next to me, she was like, no, I'm not interested. And so it was a really pleasant, for a few minutes, we just talked. I mean, just really small talk. But it was like, it broke the ice, you guys. It broke the ice. Sometimes your kindness is what's going to break the ice in your situation. Maybe nobody's responding, but just keep being nice. You know what I'm saying? And then something will happen. So then after that, we get off the plane and then, that was that. And I made it back home and yeah. What is my, they say this is a brand new year and you heard me say Happy New Year. And, you ask yourself, what do you expect this year? If I must say, what I'm expecting this year is number one, this to be a year of no regrets. You say, what is no regrets? That means I'm going to do what I want to do if I know it's good for me. I'm not going to regret it. I'm not going to say, oh, I wish I would have exercised, or I wish I would have read that book, or I wish I would have done this. No, it's not going to be a year of that. It's going to be a year of doing what I want to do, doing what I need to do, doing what makes sense and what is going to be beneficial to me and the people around me. And that number one thing is going to be is to be kind and to be considerate of other people. And I hope that's what you guys are going to be doing too. I'm expecting that because I'm acting like that this is going to be a great year. I know it has been said over and over again, and I know some people don't believe it, but it's okay. The bottom line is when you think about other people and you think about being kind to other people, guess what? Good things happen to you. And so I'm expecting this year, I'm not saying I'm being good to people, I'm being kind to people because I want good things to happen to me. No, I'm doing that because that's the right thing to do, right? That's the right thing to do, and that's what I'm going to do. So let me see what else. I think that's all that I have for today. Yeah. Overall, like I said, I had a fantastic break. So this morning when I woke up and it was time for me to go back to school, I was like, hey, let's do this. I was ready. I enjoyed my time. I think if we learn to just enjoy the time that we have and not, like, oh, I was bored or I didn't have fun or we didn't do anything. No, you just got to decide. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to enjoy myself and I'm just going to just live life to the fullest. I'm going to do things that I always wanted to do. I'm going to try new things. And if you have that kind of attitude this year, I believe 2020 is going to be absolutely fantastic for you. But if you sit and live in fear and doubt and live under other people's expectation, or, oh, they don't want me to do that, or, oh, they don't like me, or, oh, I wonder how they're going to feel if I do this. No, you can't live your life like that. You've got to decide, I want to do this. Set some goals for yourself this year. Decide what you want to do. Find somebody to help you and just do it. Oh, I forgot to tell you one more thing that I did when I was in Oklahoma. My grandson has a keyboard, right? My daughter's frugal like me. She was at the thrift store and she found this keyboard. I mean, it's like maybe probably about this big, I'm thinking. Just a nice keyboard, probably a little bit bigger. A traditional size keyboard, and she found it at the Goodwill for $8, you guys, $8. And so she bought it, and I mean, it's kind of light, so it's kind of cheap, but you know what? It gets the job done. And so I kept hearing the song, oh, glorious in excelsis Deo, something like that. And I just kept hearing that song because I love that song, and so I'm always trying to sing it. And I was just like, I think I can play that song. And so you guys, I literally went on YouTube and looked up and typed the word simple notes for, and then the name of the song. I can't remember what the name of the song is right now. And literally, I looked it up, and there was a YouTube. I love YouTube because it literally had someone on there showing you how to play that song with simple notes. And I couldn't believe it. It took me about an hour, and you guys, I did it. I was able to play the chorus of the song, and I was so excited. And I was like, I'm going to get me a keyboard. I'm going to learn how to play I'm going to have to learn how to play some more songs. So I know you're saying, oh, Jonesy, you got a guitar and now you're talking about keyboard. Absolutely. Don't doubt me. I can do it both. I can learn how to play the keyboard. I can learn how to play the guitar. I can learn to do whatever I want to do, because you know what? Life's a big adventure. It's about having fun. It's about trying new things. It's about just living, loving each other, enjoying family, enjoying friends. That's what it's all about. So let me see. The big question, as I always ask you every day, I'm going to ask you, what are you going to do this week to make a better you? Don't be afraid. Step out there. Try something new. You see somebody on YouTube doing it and you want to do it and it doesn't hurt you, then guess what? Do it. If you see you're out and about, somebody's doing something, you want to learn how to do it, ask them, hey, how do you do it? Get a book, get a magazine, go on YouTube, where it is, do what you want to do and have a good time so that you can be a better you. I'm excited. Again, I don't know what this year holds, but I know this is going to be an absolutely fantastic new 2020, because guess what? My mind is right. My mind is centered on Christ. My mind is centered on doing good things. My mind is centered on, guess what? Doing and making the best me. I am so excited. I am so happy that you have. Yes, this video is long, but thank you for hanging in there and watching this video with me, hanging out with me. So you guys, if I say nothing else today, I love you. I'm glad that you're watching. I hope you learned something. I hope you get inspired. Hey, put some comments down at the bottom, put a like and subscribe, and go tell somebody, hey, come over and watch Jonesy with me. She'll tell you all about her life. She'll encourage you, inspire you, and most of all, she will care about you. Thank you so much, you guys, and have an absolutely wonderful new year. God bless you guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.